guys, it's Dan again, and I wanted to share this one with you just for reasons we'll get into. But this is a horror comic. It's from Titan Comics, and to be honest with you, I've never heard of Titan Comics. But this, oddly enough, is written by Jamie Lee Curtis. Yes, the Jamie Lee Curtis from the Halloween films, the Scream Queen herself. Apparently, I didn't know that she is an author, and she's known for writing children's books. This was originally a screenplay she had written. Let's get into this, guys. I wanted to share with this for a number of reasons. It's called Mother Nature, and like I said, it is a screenplay that Jamie Lee Curtis had. Somebody she knows had suggested that she turn it into a graphic novel. First off, I want to say I love the idea, the concept behind it. It has good intentions. It's about the environment and how, basically humanity is ruining the environment. So I get it means well. It means well. And I also like the fact that it has a diverse crew that had put this together. The illustrator, I guess, is Dene. If you're not familiar with who the Dene are, most people, they're indigenous, and most people think of them as Navajo. So it's indigenous indigenous illustrator who had worked on this. And to be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of his artwork. The artwork looks kind of funky. It made it look kind of... I don't know if it was the layout of the events that made it seem wonky, or... it's not bad, per se. It just doesn't look right. And I don't know if it's the coloring or what it is, but it just looked weird to me. And some of the transition scenes, were just kind of weird. They were over the top, kind of campy, the way they were laid out. So, yeah. And I like Jamie Lee Curtis as an actress. Not so much a big fan of the writing style. I found this to be very hard to follow. It kind of jumped around here and there, and I only kind of had a very slight clue as to what was going on. Apparently there's this power plant that's in this town. It's the Cobalt Corporation, and they're in the town of Catch Creek, New Mexico, and they're basically destroying the environment, and the Dene in the area are upset by this, and there's a Mother Earth goddess type paranormal thing going on that's killing people, and yeah, we're going to leave it at that. I really did not like this at all, but one of the cool things I noticed while reading this was that apparently Jamie Lee Curtis is a fan of Stephen Graham Jones, and she mentions in a scene in here, she mentions My Heart is a Chainsaw, like one of the characters is reading it for a book club. I thought that was a nice little, kind of Easter egg kind of thing. As soon as I read that, I went on Twitter and I messaged Stephen Graham Jones, and I was like, hey, Jamie Lee Curtis wrote this comic, she wrote this graphic novel, and she mentions your book in one of the panels. So I thought that was really cool, and I shared it with him. On the other hand, I really did not like this book. I'm sorry, Jamie Lee Curtis. By chance, you're probably not going to see my review video anyways. But I did not like it. I love her as an actress. And I'm sure she's a good writer for children's books, but I just was not feeling it for this book, guys. Maybe by chance, maybe you will enjoy this more so than I did. But I gave this a 1 out of 5 star rating. And the ratings on Goodreads are really low for this. I think they're like a 2 point something. They're kind of tanking. It's not a very good rating on Goodreads. But I just wanted to share this with you guys because I didn't know that Jamie Lee Curtis wrote books. I wasn't even aware of that. And plus I wanted to share this because Stephen Graham Jones Even the one little Easter egg seemed like, yeah. I enjoyed that, and that's why I wanted to share this with you guys. It's interesting. It's interesting if you want to take it at that face value. If you just want to check it out just because Jamie Lee Curtis wrote it, and it is kind of interesting in that regards. But I felt like the story was just kind of all over the place. Maybe it would be a better film. I don't know. I feel like if this did get turned into a film, from what I read, it would probably be a B movie because it was kind of, yeah, it was cringe. It was really cringe at times. It is what it is. Of course, as always, I will have a link to Amazon if you want to check it out for yourselves. If you got something from watching this video, by all means, buy me a coffee or two. I will have a link to my coffee down there as well. And if you're new here looking for comic book reviews and recommendations, hit that subscriber button, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload again. That's all I got for you guys. Sorry, this is going to be a short one. There's not really too much I can say about this. I kind of said all I really wanted to say about it. I mean, the artwork wasn't bad. I think it was just the way the story was laid out that really got to me. And the coloring kind of looks off, too. Like, kind of looks like it was done with colored pencils. I'm not really sure. Or maybe, like, inks, like really muted inks. Like, the muted colors and somewhat kind of bright colors it just looks weird on the pages. So, yeah. It is what it is. That's all I got for you guys. Till next time, later.